Alright guys, and welcome to episode 6 of this Euro 2012 expedition with Propane Gaming HD on Propane Gaming HD, Propane Gaming HD again, but I always say that. But yeah, we'll kick right off with Romania, and in this episode I am going to be focusing on Group D and Group D alone, so I won't be playing anyone out of Group D. So yeah, I'll show you the progress that I've made at the end of this episode. So yeah, as you can see, in the 8th minute we took a lead against Romania, and yeah, it was a pretty decent goal. I mean, I had a shot, and then obviously it deflected, rebounded off the defender, and fell to me again, so I smashed it into the bottom corner, which was really good. And then in the 27th minute, came through on goal, and yeah, I went 2-0 up, so I was like, get in, come on, this is, our game. After the end of last episode where I lost to Sweden and then I lost to Luxembourg, I was wanting to get back out there and get into the winning feeling, and that's exactly what I did. 39 minutes gone, I'd got my hat-trick, we were 3-0 up, and it looked like to be, pretty plain sailing. But in this episode, the games are just absolutely quality, and Romania did not go down without a fight. At half-time, we were 3-0 up and looked like to be cruising. In the second half, they came out and straight away they got back into it. Marche, Marche, I think that's probably the best way to pronounce it. He got the rebound and made it 3-1. And then in the 60th minute, they got through on goal again. This time they hit the post though, and they couldn't quite capitalise on the rebound. But in the 85th minute, they made it 3-2 with Gabriel Torje, which meant it was going to be a nervy end to the finish. And they had one or two chances, but nothing really to show. So fortunately, we did manage to hold out for the 3 points, well not 3 points, for the win, and we got the win. So yeah, finished Romania 2, Propane Gaming HD 3, which is a really good way to start off, and that means it's the second time we've beaten Romania, so we get a substitute, and this substitute is Tanase, centre attacking mid, which is really good. So I have replaced Efrem, who was on the sub bench. So we'll move on to the second game of this episode, and we are playing Belarus. And yeah, I mean, we went into the game thinking, okay, just beating Romania, so let's see if we can get on a bit of a run and really make some progress in Group D. We started off really well. In the 12th minute, Swifty ran through on goal, and yeah, as I was about to take the shot, I was taken out, and I thought surely that was a penalty, but it wasn't given, so I was a bit annoyed. But it didn't really matter anyway, because in the 33rd minute, we got through on goal yet again with Swifty, and he managed to finesse it into the far corner, just round the keeper, and yeah, we were 1-0 up. I was thinking, right, okay, let's see if we can take a second and get control of the game again like we did against Romania, and hopefully be able to keep them out unlike we did against Romania. But yeah, we almost got a second in the second half with Swifty. It was a great save by the keeper, and then we did get our second in the 65th minute. We sweated it out. Swifty with the assist to Christians and Nemeth, and yeah, we were. I won't say plain sailing at this point, but yeah, we were doing pretty well, and as you can see, I've got a couple of accomplishments, which is always nice. And then the game finished Belarus 0, Propane Gaming HD 2, which is really good, and what was even better is the fact that they didn't really have much to show. As you can see here, shots 2 for them, on target 0, whereas we seem to be in control of the game for almost 90 minutes. And then we were given a keeper who's rated 70, which is 5 better than our starting keeper. So yep, we've replaced him, and I'm not even going to try and pronounce his name. As you can see there, he is making his debut against Luxembourg, our bogey team. And wow, what a game this was. I mean, it's just crazy. It's just absolutely crazy what happened. I mean, the emotions that went through was just unbelievable. I mean, here in the 8th minute, got through on goal with Swifty, and I put it into the back of the net. And rightly so, I'm thinking, right, okay, finally I might just be able to beat them 2 or 3-0, and we've got them, done and ready. But I was totally wrong. And in the 14th minute, they got through on goal with Grimlot, and they sweated it out to Lauwick, and I tried to control it with my defender, but unfortunately, Silaj, or however you pronounce it, could only control it into the back of the net, and it was given as an own goal, which I think is probably a bit unfair. Then in the 21st minute, they got into the box, and yeah, we kind of bundled them over and gave them a penalty kick. I think that probably was a penalty kick in the end. And they stepped up, as always, with Betner. I think that's how you pronounce it. And he placed it perfectly into the far corner. And yeah, it was then not 3-2, it was then 2-1 to them. And I was a bit frustrated. I was like, are you kidding me? Really? But fortunately, almost straight away anyway, we managed to get back at them with Swifty, and we levelled it up at 2-2. So yeah, I mean, half an hour gone, 4 goals, and I couldn't have really asked for more. Then just before half time, they got the ball again. We got the ball again, and yeah, we kind of got into the box, and then we got one of the most dubious penalties I've ever seen on FIFA. I mean, I'm not really sure what happened. I think he kind of caught me a little bit or sneezed on me or something like that. And Swifty stepped up and managed to put the penalty away, which is brilliant, because I remember the last episode or the episode before, we couldn't really get penalties into the back of the net, and it was frustrating me. So yeah, we were now 3-2 up going into the second half, and then they came out, and then they had a header which hit the crossbar, and then it fell to Jonathan, and Jonathan smashed it into the back of the net. So at this moment in time, it was 3-3, and I was thinking, oh, what is going on? I mean, surely Luxembourg aren't that good. And unfortunately, they were that good, because they then came and got a fourth in the 76th minute. Cloud Lowick managing to get from there. I'm not really going to call that a sweaty goal, because it was pretty well worked. I mean, he did place it across the goal, and you know, I mean, he's got to get a few bodies first. So yeah, it was now 4-3, but we managed to get back, and straight away Nemeth had a shot. Rebounded to Swifty. Swifty took on about 3 or 4. Sorry about that. Swifty took on about 3 or 4 defenders, and yeah, managed to put it into the back of the net. So yeah, apologies for my voice just going there. I mean, that was a bit crazy, and that's how it finished. It finished in an incredible game. Luxembourg 4, Propane Gaming HD 4. But as you know, it does have to go into extra time, because someone has to win it. And in the 99th minute, they got forward with Pisa. I was thinking, no, you don't, no, you don't, no, you don't. Yes, they do. 5-4. I could not believe it. I was like, are you absolutely kidding me? Fortunately, though, we managed to get back, and Swifty, with his undoubtedly skill that he's got, managed to take on a few defenders and then slammed it into the bottom corner. So 117th minute, we levelled it up at an incredible 5-5. As you can see there, I scored all 5 of my goals, and they had 5 different scorers. And how we didn't really win, I'm not really sure. Shots on target 13 to their 7. I mean, they played really well, fair enough to them, but we dominated most of the match apart from possession. So we'll go into penalty kicks now, and as you can see, 3 penalties taken. I've scored all 3, they've missed 2. If they miss this one, then that would be it, game over. They didn't know, and they did score it, which put the pressure on us, meaning that if we scored, we would win the game. And up I stepped, because I like to take penalties around the 4th or 5th penalty, and that is exactly what I was doing. And I slammed it as hard as I possibly could, and it flew into the top of the net, and that did seal the victory for us, which is, you know, really great. I mean, what a long hard slog that was. 5-5. It was a great game, to be fair. I absolutely loved playing it. Like, it was like 1-0 me, then 2-1 them, then 3-2 me, then 4-3 them, then 4-4, then it went 5-4 them, which killed obviously the routine that it was going in. So yeah, now we're up against Albania, and this was, in comparison, an awful game. I mean, in the 44th minute, which is the first bit of action I found, we actually had a goal, and it was Swifty again. I mean, I know I'm the best player, obviously. Christian Nemeth is about 69 rated, and obviously I'm 77th, so I'm the best player in the team, which is why I'm getting all the goals, basically. So hopefully that will change soon when I come against the top nations and get some of their players. But yeah, I mean, I took the lead just before half-time, and then they went and equalised in the 77th minute, which I found quite surprising, because it was one of those games when nothing was happening, and you couldn't see anybody else scoring, really. Unfortunately, they did, and it went into full time. It went full time, 1-1. But unlike against Luxembourg, I was determined to get the goal that would get us the win without penalty kicks. I never said penalty shootout then. But yeah, and that's what I did. I got the goal with Sam Alitin. I know he's the left winger. I play him on left mid. He's rated 72. And yeah, I mean, we managed to get the win. So it was Albania 1, Propane Gaming HD 2, which is really good, because that means that is our 4th win in a row. And now we play another new team in Bosnia and Herzegovina. I was a bit worried, because I think, right, okay, they've got a decent team. I'm a bit dubious as to whether or not they'll actually do anything, do something. I completely lost all my words there. Whether they'll actually do damage. Unfortunately, we got a bit of a dubious penalty again early on in the game, and yeah, it seemed as though he was just. I thought the keeper had saved it, but he hadn't. I mean the penalty kick that I got, not the actual shot. So yeah, I'm just gonna move on because I'm completely lost words. Just a question. I don't know if Bosnia and Herzegovina are like Wales and that they've not got proper names, because there's a player that's just had a shot there. It's called Zogic, and I was wondering if he was Dzeko at all, because obviously I know Edin Dzeko plays for these, and he's called Ebin Zokic. So I have a feeling that they might be like thinking. I mean, there you go, Edin Zokic. I want to know if he's Edin Dzeko or anything. So yeah, if you guys know if Bosnia and Herzegovina aren't real players like Wales, then it would be great if you could let me know in the comment section below. But anyway, it was 1-1. And then I got the ball, and I got forward, and I made it 2-1. And then they got the ball, they got forward, I made it 2-2 with Zoran Mozilevic. So yeah, again, there was goals aplenty in this game, and that was apparent in the 88th minute when they got forward again and managed to put it into the back of the net. I was annoyed with my keeper and my defender. I mean, when you watch my keeper in the replay, I mean, what was he doing here? He just kind of jumped in the air, and then my player tried to head it out. It's like, what are you doing? So I was like, God's sake, and I threw everyone forward, and then Tanase had a shot, and it was saved by the keeper, and it fell to Swifty, and I was like, bang, get it in the back of the net. He got in the back of the net, and I was like, please say it's not offside. It wasn't offside, and we managed to level it in the 90th minute. And then in the 90th minute, we had yet another chance. Nemeth with this shot there, but the keeper came out, saved well. And that's how it finished. It finished Bosnia and Herzegovina 3, Propane Gaming HD 3. And after 120 minutes, we couldn't be separated. And again, I'd had like 13 shots on target. So it did go into another penalty shootout. And as you can see, after 4 penalties, it was 2-1 to me. They stepped up, we saved it, and that gave us the victory over Bosnia and Herzegovina. So that has been our 5th game in this episode. I made it a long episode because I know how much you like this. You like this series. So yeah, this is where I'm going to end it. And as you can see, we made great progress in Group D. We've unlocked France. We can't yet play them because we've not built a road to them. So yeah, it'd be pretty cool when we can play them. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you've watched right till the end. And don't forget to leave a like if you have enjoyed this episode, and yeah, subscribe if you haven't already to my channel, which will be in the comments, which will be in the description below, or Propane Gaming HD, because this will come out hopefully every Tuesday. So yeah, I'll try to get that out for you guys, and as you can see, we've unlocked Group A as well, which is Kazakhstan. So yeah, again, I really hope you've enjoyed this extra long episode of this Euro 2012 expedition. This has been MTBSwifty. Thanks a lot for watching, and see you later. Peace out.